Longhorn Nation, what's up? What's up? What's up? Of course, it's your boy Jonathan Davis, the host of Locked On Longhorns, your daily number one source for all things Texas athletics, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I dropped an episode this morning entitled Marcus Carr had 0 points. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Very animated about that. I wanted to be able to just do the video and the audio and drop that video version of the podcast on YouTube. But when I recorded that, it was a long weekend. When I recorded that, I wasn't in the best shape, so I had to get myself a little right before I came on the YouTube. So I did want to do a video on it, and I'll just kind of give you all the Spark Notes version of that right now, at least. So make sure y'all go get the podcast. Make sure y'all listen to that for the full analysis and everything about Texas losing to Texas Tech in basketball. I also talked about the college football playoff not expanding past 4 teams for the next 3 to 4 years, and the Texas baseball team, how they beat Rice with a cumulative score of 36-3 over the weekend. So I'll talk about all of those things really quickly. But I just wanted to get something on the YouTube, get y'all, this video for my listeners that watch the videos. I wanted to make sure y'all had something on that topic if you didn't get a chance to listen to the podcast. But make sure you go listen to it, rate us, review us, give us a like, give us 5 stars. Anything less than that, I have to believe you're not listening hard enough. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. I keep checking the YouTube. It's at 99 subscribers. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Somebody get me over the hump. Somebody break me through. Give me to 100. Come on, Longhorn Nation. I need that. But first, I got to talk about this game, Texas Tech on Saturday. I'm mad, Longhorn Nation. I said it on the podcast. I'm mad as hell. How does Marcus Carr have 0 points against Texas Tech? You could have done that against anybody. I could have done that. I could have came out there. I'm going to give y'all 3-4 points. I'm going to turn up. I'm going to get the crowd hype. I'm going to get to the free throw line or something. 0 points. Timmy Allen has 6. Didn't score a field goal to the second half. How is this team? How do you go 10 minutes without scoring a field goal? How you do that? It don't make sense to me, Longhorn Nation. I'm pissed off. This is a game they should have won. You only give up 61 points. They made 3 threes. They shot 21% from the three-point line, 37% from the field. You got to bring that home. One player in double figures, Andrew Jones, he's been giving us buckets. He had 20. But I said on the podcast, like, how is our best offense Andrew Jones heat check? Like, he make a few threes, he turned into James Harden. Where does step back come from? Where does off the dribble, step back, dribble, pat, step back? Where that come from? That's not your bag, Andrew. That's not your bag. Come on, my dog. Like, Marcus Carr, you got to answer for this. 0 points in the biggest game of the season. 0 points against Texas Tech. You averaged 19 a game last year at Minnesota. How you score 0? Timmy Allen, you scored 24. You was the man, homie. Against Kansas, like, what's going on? 6 points? Don't score a field goal to the second half? Chris Beard said, like, the tournament doesn't start today. Thank God. Thank God. If it did, we'd be out. Come on, bruh. 0 points, Marcus Carr. Like, you got to answer for that. Timmy Allen, 6 points. You got to answer for that. The basketball team, y'all got to answer for that. 10 minutes without a field goal? And I'm thinking, like, okay, it's at home. Like, the fans is going to give us something. The fans, they're going to be rowdy. They're going to be hyped. They're going to be, like, Texas Tech going to have, And I think Texas Tech was shook a little bit. But Texas get the ball. The Longhorns get the ball. They're coming down the court. I hear defense. I'm like, huh? Defense? While Texas got the ball, I mean, it's coming through the screen. Defense, huh? Texas Tech score. Huh? At home? In the Irwin Center? In Austin? At the 40 acres? Come on, bro. Like, I could give y'all the stats. I could give y'all all that. It's come down to heart. It come down to heart. Where's it at? Marcus Carr, you had 0, bro. Where's it at? Timmy Allen had 6. Where's it at? 10 minutes without a field goal? Where's it at? I'm mad, Longhorn Nation. I'm pissed. Like, that's the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the one we got to win. I don't care who else. I mean, I do. I want y'all to win every game, but Texas Tech, the way they be talking, the way they be on Twitter, the way they did us in Lubbock, y'all go out there and do that? 0 points, Marcus Carr? I hope you see this. I hope you reach out. I want to talk to you. 0 points? We can talk about it. 0 points? What does the Kansas win mean? You go out there and get embarrassed to Baylor and you do this against Texas Tech. 0 points? 0 points? We can talk about it. Come on, man. I'm sick, Longhorn Nation. I'm sick to my stomach. I can't believe it. Come on, man. Like, what's up? 0 points, Marcus Carr? What's going on? It was a tough loss, man, for me. I know it was a tough loss for y'all, Longhorn Nation. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this basketball team. I really don't even want to talk about them no more, but I get paid to do it. But 0 points? Come on, bruh. Like, why we letting Texas Tech play with us like this? We better than this, man. Y'all got to find a way to win that game. Y'all got to. But y'all didn't. Now I got to come up here and do this. Now I got to yell at my fans. I got to yell at my listeners now. I got to do this, man. Come on. Marcus Carr has 0 points. I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, let's talk about the college football playoffs. So over the weekend, they decided not to expand past 4 teams, and I think that's really tough for the Longhorns specifically. You know, you got Alabama on the schedule next year, and with 4 teams, you only can afford 1 loss. And so with Alabama on the schedule, like I said on the podcast, you know, maybe closer to the end, I might come on here in burnt orange face paint. My chest might be burnt orange. It might all be burnt orange. You know what I'm saying? I might say they're going to win. I might say that. But I can't say that today, not on February 21st. No. I'm not saying that. So now our path to the college football playoff is lose to Alabama and go flawless through the Big 12. I don't know if we're ready for that. Some tough teams in the Big 12. I think we're better than them. But anything can happen. Or just lose 1 game, period. Even if we beat Alabama, I mean, you still walking on eggshells throughout the entire season. I mean, we lost to Kansas last year. We're going to beat them this year bad. I know that. They better. But come on, bro. Like, 4 teams. I think they made the wrong decision. You got to go to 12. Every year it's a controversy. Should this team have been in? Should this team have been in? Look at Cincinnati. I feel like they made them prove it for 2 years. Cincinnati should have been in last year. And there's definitely some teams that went in there and put up a bigger fight than Cincinnati did. There's some teams that would have went in there and put up a bigger fight than Michigan did. But with the 4 teams, how do you defend? It's a subjective committee. How do you definitively say that these are the 4 best teams in the country? You can't. You can't. And it just creates so many problems. Put 12 teams in there. Like you look at basketball, 64 teams get invited to the dance. Really 68. And it may only be like 5 to 8 teams that have a chance of winning, but you're still inviting 64 teams. The NFL, 14 teams make it to the playoff. The NBA, over half the teams make it to the playoffs. Anything can happen. That's like the beauty of March Madness. Anything can happen. I'm not saying anybody would have beat Georgia or Alabama last year. They look like they were in a class of their own. But we don't know that. Put 12 teams in there. I'm not just saying that as a Longhorns fan. I'm saying that as a college football fan. Like, these players deserve the chance to compete for a national championship. Anything can happen. You don't know what's going to happen if you put 12 teams in there and just leave it at 4. I'm mad about that. I'm not as mad about that as the fact that I am that Marcus Carr has 0 points on Saturday. I'm pissed about that. They could have put me in the game. I'd have gave you 3-4 points. Promise you that. Somehow, some way. Promise you that. I'd have torn my ACL out there before I went out there and got 0 points. Promise you that. Promise you that. But the college football, what y'all doing, man? Like, what y'all doing? 4 teams? Like, these players, these coaching staff, these programs, like, they give them a chance to compete for the national championship. And if Georgia and Alabama still win it every year, you can say, look, we put these teams in there. made the best team win, and the best team kept winning. But to deny these teams the opportunity, to deny these players an opportunity, and to basically say that 4 teams have to go flawless or almost flawless to have a chance to win the national championship. You telling me if a team loses 2 games, they automatically aren't one of the 4 best teams in the country? I don't buy that. And college football, they got this wrong. They got this wrong. The college football playoff needs to expand. It will eventually. We know that money makes everything go, and that's just more money for them. But nah, bro, it's gotta be more than 4. But real quick, I'll give y'all a real quick recap over the weekend. Texas baseball, the number 1 team in the country coming into the season. They looked like it over the weekend, outscoring Rice 36-3 with the 3-game sweep. The pitching was nasty. Preseason Big 12 pitcher of the year, Pete Hansen, started it off on Friday, going 6th in the 3rd in his pitch with 8 Ks. Just nasty stuff. Just striking them out, having them look weak, just nasty. You know what I'm saying? Tristan Stevens started on Saturday, and then Tanner Witt rounded it out yesterday. The offense, Ivan Melendez, the best nickname in college baseball, the Hispanic Titanic. Ivan Melendez had 2 home runs yesterday. Like I said, they were just hitting on all cylinders. If you average that over the 3 games, that's an average of beating this team 12-1. They outscored them 36-3. And, you know, a lot of people talk about how like college baseball is undercovered, and with the MLB lockout, I mean, y'all can see I'm tapped in with the MLB. I got the Yankees hat on, the Sox hoodie. I'm a huge baseball fan, and it's tough not to be able to see the players report to spring training. It looks like the season's going to get pushed back, but that just gives us, you know, more opportunity to shine a light on the best baseball team in the country. And we got us right now. They look like the pride and joy at the 40 acres. You know, definitely not the basketball team. Definitely not Marcus Carr scoring 0 points. Them going 10 minutes without a field goal. Put me out there. You put me out there in this, I'm going to get you a couple. But support your baseball team, man. Support. They're looking to make history, and you want to be a part of it. Go out there, see the game, see this team. Go out there and see the Hispanic Titanic. Just because you didn't heard this nickname on the podcast. Like, go out there, you know what I'm saying? Go out there and see them. They look good. They playing good. Best team in the country. And they're going to be one of the last 2 teams standing. They're going to be the last team standing. Yeah. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. They're going to be the last team standing. They will. You heard it here first. Remember that they will win the College World Series this year. The only thing that can stop them from winning the College World Series is themselves. That's a bar for y'all. It's cliche, but that's a bar for y'all. That's a bar. But support your baseball team, man. They're doing really well. They started off the season validating the number 1 in the country rankings, coming out thoroughly dominating Rice, 36-3 cumulative score. You know, Rice ain't even pinching. You know, they ain't even pinching. But Longhorn Nation, this is just a special video for y'all. I'm gonna have the full. I got the webcam. I know y'all see the quality. The good mic. I know y'all hear the quality. So the full podcast. What I'll do is I'll have the audio for my listeners on all platforms. Once again, you can hear the full episode of what I'm talking about right now on all podcast platforms, and then we'll have the video version on the YouTube for y'all. Like I said, I had a long weekend, just wasn't able to get that out to y'all. Had to get the podcast out early, but I wasn't able to get the video out to y'all at the same time. So I just wanted to come back and do something like this. But like us, rate us, review us on the podcast. You know what I mean? Give us 5 stars, and then subscribe on the YouTube. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you rocking with me, Longhorn Nation. Let me know, you know, am I saying what y'all need to hear? Or am I saying what y'all supposed to hear? Is it good? Is it bad? Can I do better? You know, I'm always looking to improve. You know, we just starting this journey. This is my 4th week doing the podcast. So looking to get better every day, 1% better every day. So thank y'all, Longhorn Nation. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Follow us, Locked On Horns on Twitter, Johnzo Ball on Twitter, YouTube. You're already watching on YouTube, so make sure you're subscribed and make sure y'all listening to the podcast Monday through Friday. Your number 1 source for all things Texas athletics. Locked On Longhorns, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Thank you, Longhorn Nation. Peace.